Welcome back as we sit here 2 days from the start of the Summer Games, the Olympics in Tokyo. We want to catch up with a young lady who stole the show at other Olympic Games, Gabby Douglas. She was the first U.S. gymnast to win gold in both the individual, all-around, and team competition in 2012 London Olympics. And she went on to win a third gold medal in Rio in 2016. We love you. We're delighted to have Gabby join us this morning on Start Your Day. Look at you. You just, you inspired us. We fell in love with you, long before 2012. And so to catch up with you now is a special thing. And we do want to talk about the project you're working on with Mattress Firm. And so we'll get to that. But first, the opening ceremonies this Friday. We have to ask you about the Olympics and if you could ever imagine competing with such uncertainty. What do you think the athletes are going through?
Well, thank you so much for having me. The feeling's definitely mutual. Honestly, I can't imagine, and I've been talking to so many people, I can't imagine, going to the Olympics with a pandemic still going on. I've never trained or competed during a pandemic. I can just imagine how much added stress and pressure that is for everyone. And as athletes, we already go through so much. We go through the pressure of ourselves and also to the outside world, social media, and to have that added extra stress and, you have to social distance. And also, too, athletes, we live in the same area, we breathe the same air. So to kind of not be around each other and kind of have to, distance and be very mindful of what we touch, who we're around, I can just imagine, like I said, that extra added pressure and stress.
Yeah, you got to worry about your health. You're not going to have the crowds out there. And we know you love the crowds and the crowds love you. And apparently you love your sleep, too. You're doing this interview next to a bed. We're going to get to the reason why in just a second. But speaking of beds, and the Olympics over in Tokyo, they're sleeping on cardboard beds. How would maybe you need to hook up Mattress Firm to send over some of those mattresses over there to help out some of your fellow athletes.
Hey, let's go, because I'm all about that. As athletes, sleep is so important, and it's so important to get the right amount of sleep. And also, too, not even for athletes, but also for your normal, we're all normal, we're all human. We all operate the same, so it's so important to get our sleep. And they also actually help us, it helps us function better, so much brain activity and energy. So, let's go. I will come over there myself, and I'll, give out mattresses. Probably not, but...
Cardboard beds right there.
Right, they got to stop with that. What does the term unjunk your sleep mean? Because sleep is so important to all of us, isn't it, Gabby? And I feel like most of us don't get enough. And it starts with what you're sleeping on and whether it works with your body and your comfort.
It is, and like you mentioned, sleep is so important for the body, and it's the #1 recovery that our bodies can really benefit from. And unjunk your sleep is exactly that. We have so many bad habits. We're on our phones, we're not going to bed at a reasonable hour, and so it's just so important to actually have regimens and, kind of set schedules. I set goals and schedules. I have alarms on my phone saying I need to go to bed, because sleep is so important, and it's also very healing for your body, for your mind, and like I said, it's just a huge overall, it benefits in your recovery. And sleep, like I said, is so important because we need sleep. We're humans, we need to recover, we need sleep.
Oh, that's so cool. They just took an outside shot of where you are. You're actually in a little bit of a trailer. And it looks like an actual room. That is pretty dope. I like that. For a morning show, we actually could use those beds, so we don't want to unjunk our sleep. We'll talk more about Mattress Firm later, but speaking of somebody that you will not be sleeping on, it's Simone Biles. Now, this was your former teammate. You know who she is and what she's done. People are saying that she's the GOAT, breaking records. Everyone expects her to win this once again in this Olympics. What makes her ready for this spotlight, this moment, this pressure that she'll be under?
I think no matter, who it is, I think no matter the athlete, what makes an athlete great and what makes an athlete consistent in their field and in their craft and very successful is the mindset. We as athletes have so much mental game that we have to overcome with mental blocks and fears. But when you can step outside and really conquer fear and rise above fear and say, hey, I can do this. I believe in my talent. I believe in my hard work. What I've been doing in the gym to transfer over to whatever your craft is, you're all set. I've been talking to so many athletes, and we all are on the same page. When you have a mindset of, I'm going to go out here, this is mine, I'm going to literally leave my soul out on the floor, then at that point, you know, you've pretty much grabbed any medal, grabbed the gold, grabbed life. So it's all about mindset.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about another moment that we saw from you where you were on the Masked Dancer. It was in February. You did the final routine, Alicia Keys' Girl on Fire, and you started to cry when you won. And I want to know why. I mean, you have gold medals. Why was that moment so emotional for you?
Well, being on the Masked Dancer was such a fun experience. You know, I've never done anything like that before. So to actually like step outside of, you know, my comfort zone and do something so outside of what I do. And it was just so fun. Like, we're all in big costumes. There was no pressure. It was just be very, you know, character driven. And it was super, super fun. And everyone made it family and fun on set. Like, there was no type of pressure whatsoever. And it just, like, it made me so emotional because I had, you know, come from a sport where it's all about that. It's all about pressure and judging and being criticized. And so just to have the complete opposite on the Masked Dancer just really reminded me how much of a community, how much love that we are supposed to be pouring out onto each other.
But Gabby, I know you got that personality in you. I don't know if you remember, but back in the day, a long time ago, right after you won the gold medal, you were at ESPN. You came and did a segment with me and Jay Harris called Both Sides of the Ball. We had you acting. You were really funny. You were really into your part. She has no idea what I'm talking about right now, but you were really into the part. So I know. Yeah, I'm sorry. It didn't really make it. Yeah, no, it was on YouTube. Don't worry about it. It didn't make it. So. Yeah, it was. That was you.
She said
it was you.
You sure it was
I had your gold
Gabby,
medal.
don't do that.
Have a picture of biting your gold medal and everything. Yeah, I know you. I don't know you. Don't know me, but I know you. Anyway, I want to talk to you about your future because I just think you have this great personality, and I think the sky's the limit for you. Not just the dancing, but you're hosting a YouTube series right now. So, what's next outside of gymnastics and sleeping for you?
Yes, definitely sleeping in the future right after. But I honestly have just been taking everything day by day. I'm so grateful for life and opportunity. This pandemic has definitely put a lot of things in perspective for me. So I take everything in stride. But as far as brand still, you know, I want to grow my brand, and I want to do more things to help people physically, mentally, financially, whatever it is, because I'm here to serve. I'm here to help, and I have a huge passion for helping people. And I don't know what that looks like because I've been doing a sport for so long, and then to come out of that, I'm like, you know, who am I as far as, you know, my identity outside of gymnastics? You know, I
talk show, Gabby. I see you as a talk show host.
Yeah.
This is you. This is you. I mean, somebody got to put her on.
Oh my! I don't know about that.
No, you'd be great.
You can do
You'd
it.
be
You
great.
can do
I can
anything you want
tell.
to.
Take our word for it.
I'll come and join
We enjoyed
you guys
having you on today. Come on.
Thanks,
You're welcome
guys.
anytime. Come by.
Oh, guest host.
Yeah,
Guest host.
look up Both
Don't you
Sides of the Ball. Yeah. She remembers. She don't remember. That's
remember.
okay.
She
Gabby, we
doesn't
appreciate you though.
remember you.
Yeah. I'm gonna let you go unjunk your sleep because I think like when you get your rest, then your memory comes back, and you know that. So we gotta let you go. But we understand that. Thank you so much for hanging out with us on Start Your Day.
Women do that. She does not remember
I don't remember you.
Do.
Thank you, Gabby.